Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK Journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about the state of AFK Journey. I think it is a good time to talk about this now that we are in the down period basically of phase 1, and especially because this season we have the phase system, 3 phases, rather than in previous seasons we never had such a thing. So let's begin by talking about the advantages and disadvantages of phases. The advantages that I see are that at the beginning of a new phase is kind of like the feeling you get at the beginning of a new season. There's those stages, AFK stages to push, there's the levels to increase, their equipment to, forge and upgrade, and it just feels like, a kind of a hype period of AFK Journey like it is at the beginning of a season. So I think that is a good thing. The bad thing is that at the end of the phase, like for example, probably 10 days ago is when I hit the level cap of 600, and we still have over 5.5 days left until we actually have moving on into phase 2. So you're kind of like stunted in progression, you're prevented to progress any further, and so for these last 10 to 15 days, depending on how hard you push your levels, it is a really sort of awkward feeling, and people are not liking this right now. They're not liking this, and that is something which I think is actually fixable if there would just be some or other content to complete that could give rewards, of course, because you don't want to spend your time for nothing. For example, we've heard in the past from developers that they're planning to add like a PvE guild mode, guild expedition, or something like that. I think that if you could add some gameplay content that is actually engaging to this final phase, the ending of the phase, like the last 15 days of the phase, I think that would then basically fill the void that is basically being experienced by players of being stuck at level 600 and nothing else to do other than your daily dream realm, daily supreme arena, but that's regular, you have to do that. I think that could be a solution, and I'm hoping that they implement something like that. The other thing, we know business simulator mode is going to be coming, but I have no idea what to expect from that. Basically, I think there's just a need for some more content that is engaging, not like a bore or grind fest. We don't like Sunlit Showdown attacking 20-30 times to clear the shop. Like, maybe one time is fine, but like, we want some engaging content at the end of each phase. I think that could solve a lot of problems. Because I understand the other thing is they cannot keep, like for example, they cannot make phase 1 up to level 800 level cap. The reason they can't do that is for the more casual players who are not playing every day, for example, they get way too far behind, right? And the whole purpose of this phase system is so that people can take a break, be a bit more casual with the game, and still reach to that level cap basically by the end of the phase. But I think that, so I don't think leveling can go beyond the level 600, but I think some other content can be added to fill the void, and I think that is what is most needed. Now, another thing I need to talk about is that why in AFK Journey is there such a big hype phase at the beginning of every new season that just rapidly sort of falls off. This is, you can see it in because I upload YouTube videos, you can see it in viewership, but you can also see it just in the activity of your guild and things like that, especially if your guild is not the top ranking guild. Some guild members, like, they come occasionally, then they leave after the first 2 weeks of a season. The reason for that is a story quest. People come for the new story content, the new world to explore, and people love that about AFK Journey. So I really think that it would make a lot of sense to increase, the investment into story content so that story content lasts for longer, or at least at the beginning of each new phase, because we have 3 phases now, having story quests or story content and map. I know obviously this is not easy to develop. It's a time-consuming thing to make a whole world and then make the story quests as well. But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like it would be good returns on investment of time to do that at the beginning, at least of each mini phase, to have new story quests. Because in phase 2 and phase 3, I don't know about phase 3, but phase 2, there's no new story quests. There's just a clan reputation, which is it's just kind of very menial tasks you have to do around the map. It's not actually any story content. And then sometimes there will be side quests. I'm sure we will have that, but I think more story quests, maybe more map in future seasons. I think that could really engage people, because that's a major reason a lot of people come back and also want to play AFK Journey is for that content. For me, I just skip the story. I'm looking for the rewards, and I like kind of the daily grind, ranking, Dream Realm, Supreme Arena, all that stuff. But I know the vast majority of players like the story quests, and I think that is something that really could help, again, fill the void that is being experienced of the lack of content. So it's basically story quest expansion, and at least at the beginning of each phase having story quests. At the end of each phase, the last 15 days, which are really a down period where you've hit your level cap, there's not much to do, have some engaging content that gives good rewards from it as well. This is what people want. Obviously, it has to give good rewards, otherwise no one's going to bother with it, and it has to be entertaining to play. Like, I think that is kind of the struggle, finding engaging, entertaining content that actually you can play daily. But yeah, something like that. Okay, now what else is there to talk about? Okay, other big hype periods in AFK Journey are whenever there's a new raid up hero. People love to see the new hero, see if they're good, look at their skills. It's a very exciting thing. I think, one of the most major things in AFK Journey is the new hero releases. Like, as well as the story quests and the map, the new world, it's also these hero releases, which are really major. Obviously, I don't want to ramp up or have more heroes being released. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just commenting basically on the fact that that is kind of a hype period. I don't know how you can kind of extend the hype related to the hero. Maybe you could do, like, when a new hero launches, do a 7-day quest, some sort of daily activities that could get you earn one copy of the hero for free of that new raid up hero. That would actually be a really good idea, because then people would definitely want to get that one copy of the hero, and then they would be a bit more active and a bit more engaged in the game. I think that could be actually an interesting idea. I just kind of thought of that on the spot. I wasn't even thinking about that before recording this video. But basically something that is gonna extend, it's just about extending sort of that hype phase, because people are really hyped with new story quests. How do you extend it? Just add a bit more story quests, or at the beginning of each phase, add some story quests. Whether it only be 3 or 4 different quests, it's gonna make a difference. Okay, and then we have Business Simulator mode, which is going to be coming. Business Simulator mode, I have no idea what to expect from that, but I am excited for that. I'm hoping for good things, but like, also I don't want my hopes to be crushed. I want it to be an entertaining game mode that has some strategy or something involved in it. Yeah, personally for me, I think it also depends. AFK Journey needs to kind of evaluate, what does a major player base want? For me, I want more strategic content, but like, what does the majority of the players want? Because that's what they should really be focusing on to get the most return on their investment, right? Is it more story content? Is it more, like, fun game modes or casual friendly game modes? Like, maybe Business Simulator is going to be more fun or casual friendly. I think the photo booth is a good example of like a casual friendly, just fun sort of, not even a game mode, but like an addition to basically engage those players. Now we need to talk about Clashfronts, because Clashfronts is coming back, and it's probably going to be back 2 times, probably phase 2 and phase 3. Now, there has been no news of whether there's going to be an auto-deployment feature, if guild leaders are going to be able to deploy teams, and I think something like this is very, very necessary, and also is very easy to implement. Like, I would imagine it's easy to implement. I'm not like a developer, but like, I feel like adding an auto deployment feature that, like, you can auto deploy your teams and gain the rewards for doing so if you're not online, for example, and it will just auto deploy onto one of your available bases, or allow the guilds to deploy really easily, like a quick way to instantly deploy all teams by a guild leader. Things like this are going to make a massive difference, and really it's casual friendly. It's friendly for everyone, because, and it's not even like you're just giving out free rewards by doing this. It's like, people are already getting the rewards by logging in anyway. This is just making everyone's life easier, and making quality of life changes, I personally feel, is really good for player satisfaction. And then if people are happy, then they're more likely to keep playing. When players get annoyed by certain, like, tedious things like Sunlit Showdown, for example, it's just kind of pushing the players away, and eventually there's going to be a straw that breaks the camel's back, right? And then it will lead to quitting. So that's the thing. which I think, like, these quality of life things are really important. Now, overall, I think AFK Journey does a really good job of quality of life features. We have the skip on the Dream Realm, we have the skip on Guild Supremacy, skip on Battle Drills. We didn't have any of this before at global launch, and they didn't need to do this. There's so many games out there that don't have skip functions. You just have to watch the battle and waste another half an hour of your day every day. And I really get frustrated by those games, and usually it ends up in me just quitting them because I'm like, the game just doesn't respect my time. But AFK Journey, generally speaking, you can get your daily grind, maximize your progress in 15 minutes or around per day. And I think games like that, for me, are just really easy to maintain. Like, you can easily go into maintenance mode, even if you're not feeling the game so much, you can still maximize your rewards. And you don't have to, like, you know, commit hours every day. So I think AFK Journey does well on that. I think they need to double down and capitalize on that by offering more quality of life things, which are just going to make everyone's life easier. Auto deployment of Clashfronts, that's really important. This is something which I really hope that they just naturally go do on their own, or maybe through community feedback, basically a strong community response, maybe they're going to implement it. But I think that's something which is very needed. And I don't see any negative of having auto deployment enabled. It's only positives, right? Not only for the players, but also for AFK Journey, because I think people are just going to be happier. They're just going to be more attached to the game because of it. Anyway, guys, those are my overall thoughts. Let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. Definitely, there's an interesting video to make, and I will maybe make more of these in the future if there's any other major thing that we have to talk about. But let me know what you thought about my ideas. Is there anything else you have? Because the developers do check YouTube comments, they check Reddit, they check all of the social media, basically. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. If you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, please smash that subscribe button. Also, feel free to join my AFK Journey Discord server. There's a link to that in the description of this video. And finally, if you're thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. There's a link to that in the description of this video and a pinned comment. This is the best way you can support me at no extra cost to you. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video. And until then, everyone, peace out for now.